Hi guys, it's Kelly Latevola here, and I'm back with another video for Neat and Tangled. Today I am using the oak leaf stamp set and then the coordinating dies for the card. So this video is a little bit special because it is for our next challenge, which is doing a tutorial of some sort. So I obviously do videos most of the time, but it doesn't have to be a video. You can also do photo step outs. So just like taking pictures periodically during your process, and then that would also be a tutorial. I did that for this card as well, which is over on the Neat and Tangled blog, if you're interested in seeing that. Quick rundown of what we're going to do here. Please bear with me. I am getting over being sick, so I may sound a little different than I normally do. But there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. So I stamped down an intense black ink from Simon Says Stamp. This is waterproof ink, so I don't have to worry about watercoloring over it, which is exactly what I'm going to do with these beautiful fall color distress oxides. So you may be thinking to yourself, a photo tutorial or a video tutorial, that is an awful lot of work for a challenge. And it is, but the prize is worth it. Isn't that nice? So the prize for this one is actually a $100 gift card. This challenge runs through October 13th, and then the winners will be announced on the 18th. So you have quite a bit of time to get something together if maybe you want to try it, and see if it's something that you want to do, because the prize pack is, $100 gift card to the Neat and Tangled store. That's a lot of good, cute stuff. So back to this video here. I am just, I'm trying to put down the colors where I know they won't get muddy. So pretty much just trying to keep my red away from my green. That's about it. The other ones all play nice with each other. And so I'm doing wet on wet, which means I put a bunch of water down and then dropped my pigment in. You'll see kind of as these move around that the pigment lightens up. Just keep going and going and going until you're happy with the way that it looks. If you are happy with the way that the pattern looks, but not the intensity of the color, then let it dry and then just go back over with another layer. Totally an option. I didn't do that. I just kept adding pigment until I was happy with where it was, but you'll also be able to see that I get a ton of water build up. It actually starts to run over the tape that I have on my board. So funny, like I have not done a photo step out tutorial in probably like 3 years, maybe 4. Because I wasn't really a big fan of them to begin with, just for me. I just, did the regular standard photos and kind of just explained what I did. I didn't do the photo tutorial. So I've seen other people do them. Amazing. And then once I got talked into doing the videos, then I just do the videos. If you do get too much water on your paper like I do, you can just blot it up with a dry paper towel. That's what I'm doing here. Periodically, you're going to see my phone throughout this process. I mixed up some gold perfect pearls here. My background is still wet. So as I'm sprinkling these on, they're kind of blending into the background and just becoming a really soft kind of shimmer on the areas that are still wet. And then I went ahead and dried it. But so once I started doing the videos, I pretty much never went back to the photo step outs. And so since it's been so long since I've done them, I'm trying to do them all I'm trying to do everything at the same time. And the last time I did them, I didn't have a camera. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a camera that was catching everything. So on that bottom left-hand corner, every once in a while, you're going to see my phone. My apologies. I didn't want to make the card twice. Because, lazy girl at her best. So here I'm sprinkling on just some clean, clear water. Since distress inks and distress oxides react with water, you can do that and then go in there with a paper towel and pick it back up. Now that it's dry, I am doing more of the gold perfect pearls because they will stay just in like little spatters and not spread out. Speaking of techniques that you can do with distress inks and distress oxides. Here I am lightly spraying the stamp. I do about 2 to 3 spritzes on to the stamp, and then I'm stamping it down in the background. You guys are not going to be able to see this in the video. But in the photos, if you go look at the still photos on the blog, or maybe pause it at the beginning of the video, you'd be able to see them there too. You can see, because distress inks and distress oxides react with water, it leaves this really cool veining from the leaf stamp in the background. The more water you use, the more abstract it'll be. The less water you use, the more clear your image will be. I'm trying to show you here, but it's just not working out. I actually had to pause the voiceover and then start again because my dog still, even though we've moved, thinks she now owns this street instead of the old street that we lived on. She owns all the streets. I don't know if you know this. You could be in, like, I don't know, Florida right now. She probably thinks she owns your street as well. Oh, I love animals. Speaking of animals, so I die cut this beautiful oak leaf out of some gold paper, and I'm just poking out the insides. I'm going to heat emboss my sentiment next. Speaking of animals, so my 5-year-old has asked me twice now if he could get a pet that was his own. So we have Molly, the dog. She's really my dog. She wants to just be everywhere I am. So the first time he asked about a rabbit. The second time he asked about a guinea pig. I didn't even know he knew what a guinea pig was, honestly. But so I'm not opposed to either. I had a guinea pig when I was a kid, and that thing lived forever. My poor parents, I mean, they were like supposed to live, I don't know, between like 5 and 7 years or something. I think that thing lasted almost 10, like 10 or 11. And, you know, of course we didn't do anything with it. We said, yeah, we'll take care of it. We'll do whatever, blah, blah, blah. My parents did it. We didn't do it. We were lazy. And I'm sure that that's what will happen if Peanut gets his own guinea pig. I'm sure I'm going to end up having to take care of the guinea pig. But I'm not opposed to it to teach him some responsibility. So let me know. Let me know what your experience was with either as a child or with your children and getting toddlers pets. I would like to know. I think it'd be interesting. So here I am adhering the gold leaf down on top of the other one, but it's slightly offset. And that black stamping that I did before is actually going to act as the shadow to the gold leaf. So it just gives kind of a little bit of a different look and adds a little bit more dimension. Speaking of dimension, I'm going to pop up the watercolor piece that I had cut down onto my card base. Just pop that up with some fun foam. And then the same thing with the sentiment. I'm going to pop it up with some foam. So I know this is a super short video, but they don't need to be long. As long as they get your point across from what you're doing, the entry doesn't necessarily need to be long. Same thing with the photo tutorial. If you head over to the blog and check that out, mine is very involved. Yours does not have to be, as long as it's a thorough tutorial. So that's it. Like I said, it runs through today through October 13th, and then the winner will be announced on the 18th. Get you that $100 gift card. Do it. And that's it. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.